All right, welcome everybody to All Stars and Stripes Heroes Connection. As most of y'all know here, this is for military veterans, first responders, their families, advocates, or anybody who wants to support us or do business to business networking with us. And when I say us, I am not a veteran, but I am family of many veterans and some consider me a gold star mom. I'm also a blue star mom because I've got two active duty Marines, a son who passed away in 2012 that was a disabled Iraq war veteran. And so this is my passion to give back and help veterans. My parents were also veterans as well. One thing to just keep in mind coming up March 13th, which I believe is Thursday, is Canine Veterans Day. So if you happen to know anybody who has a canine that has served, and I probably include, I was on an airplane one time sitting next to a gentleman who had PTSD, and he had a service dog. And it was the sweetest dog. But let me see. Terry, can you let some people in?
Yeah, I'm having trouble with my computer though. I don't see anybody. I think I grabbed them.
Okay, I got it.
Okay.
I got it.
My screen's all messed up for some reason.
That's okay. I think I got him. All righty. So for the next 55 minutes, I guess, we start each meeting with a moment of silence, 30 seconds. You can use that however you like. I try to pray for those who are serving on the front lines here as first responders and also our military and veterans as well. Then we have a Pledge of Allegiance, National Anthem. I'll tell you what the Scuttlebutt Club is, and then we'll have business briefs. So if you would like to, you can tell us about yourself, your business. Um, Everybody will get anywhere from 45 to 60 seconds, depending on how much time we have. And then we'll have our hero highlight and our spotlight speaker today, which is Miss Cynthia Mann. Happy to have her here today. And then we will have our inspirational thought and close with announcements and reminders. We'll start with a moment of silence. All right, now we'll have the Pledge of Allegiance. Last week I couldn't hear it, so y'all will have to let me know if you can hear or not. Can you hear it? Yeah, okay.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, and this is our national anthem. So just so you know, I picked this one because it is canine, and you will hear dogs barking along. Y'all hear it? Oops, sorry. Did not mean to start it over, sorry. That was in honor of the Canine Day this week. So the scuttlebutt.club is, if you scan that QR code, it'll take you to a landing page, or if you go on your computer, that has the Zoom registration link if you want to share it with people. It also has the link to our YouTube channel, and also has there's a thing that scrolls with other people who have been spotlight speakers in the past that you can click on them if you want to find their exact place on the YouTube channel. And then at the very bottom, there's a form that you can fill out to be a spotlight speaker. And I would just ask that you pick as many dates as you can possibly be a speaker. Anybody who's a regular here that comes frequently, you can be a spotlight speaker once a quarter, if you'd like, at least a couple times a year. And anybody who comes here, we like to have at least once be a spotlight speaker. So, but when you're picking those dates, pick more than one. It makes it easier for me to schedule you. And then we do have a sister group on Alignable called Military Spouse and Business Owners. And we also have an Alignable group. I mean, we have a Facebook group. And like I said, we are on YouTube and on LinkedIn. So be sure to go there and follow us. So let me stop sharing so we can do our business briefs. Terry, how are you doing as far as, where is she? Are you on here? I
I'm
think we
on
lost.
here.
Oh,
No,
there
I'm
you
on
are.
here.
You're right in the middle. That's why I couldn't see you. Right in front of my
Yeah,
face.
I'm good to go.
You're good to go. So I'm going to turn it over to our co-host. Is Santa Papa John here?
Not
Anybody
yet.
like to volunteer to be a timer today? Being there's so many of us, want to make sure we allow enough time for our spotlight speaker. Okay,
Looks
Al.
like Al did.
Okay, sounds good. So we'll set it at, do you think 45 seconds is good, Harry?
How many people do we have on right now?
We have almost 20.
Go with 60 seconds today.
Okay, let's do 60 seconds.
I'm just generous. Today is, you know,
We should be fine with that.
Women's International Day month. So
Yeah. Looks like we're about half and half represented here, maybe even more women this time. That's unusual. So that's
I
great.
see that. I see that. Okay. I'm working on getting all the names in. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and start with Candace Hall. Candace, just tell us who you are, what you do, and how we can serve you this week by giving you referrals.
Okay, excellent. Well, I'm glad to be here. My name is Candace Hall. I'm up in the Sherman area. I'm actually in Whitesboro, and I own KLH Benefits. And so I help overwhelmed Medicare eligible people navigate the enrollment process and educate them on their choices. And so I do everything Medicare related. I don't do claims, but I help people with everything Medicare related. And so my best referral partner would be a doctor's office or a pharmacy. I to refer my clients to them, and in return, I help their patients with their Medicare needs. So that's my perfect referral partner, and I'm glad to be here. Candace Hall with KLH Benefits.
Is this your first time here, Candace?
Yes.
Oh, welcome. Welcome.
Thank you.
I see a lot of new faces, but I've been gone for a couple weeks. So, all
Yeah,
right,
Angela,
let's go ahead.
I was gonna say Angela and I met, I think, January maybe.
Yes.
So
Yes, we did.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you.
thanks.
Okay, let's go with Nicole.
Hello, my name is Nicole Hamilton. I'm coming to you from Southern Arkansas. My best referral is related to the history of nursing and Nurses Honor Guard. So I am a chapter leader for the Arkansas Nurses Honor Guard, Ashley County specifically. In my day job, I'm a nurse practitioner. I own a private practice, but for today's purposes, it would be related to the Honor Guard situation where we honor nurses who have passed with a free tribute called the Nightingale Tribute. We're just trying to get awareness built for that across the nation. There are honor guards in every single state, and so we partner with funeral homes, funeral directors, communities, things like that for outreach and awareness.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. I think, Nicole, you're going to be a spotlight speaker in the future. So that's great. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, let's go with Mary Ann.
Sorry, I had to get off mute there. Hey everyone, Mary Ann Guinea. I've been a first responder for over 30 years. And if you ever want to hear more about that, let's have a connection talk and we'll talk about that. Most people today really need three things. They need better health, they need to save more money, they're tired of inflation, and they need more time in their calendar because everybody's doing way too many things. I show people how to vote with their dollars and get all of those things. If you want safer, healthier products that are affordable and will cost you actually less than Walmart when you actually look at it, you want to shop at melaleuca.com. This is my full-time job. I've been doing this for 13 years, and I'm going to show people how to keep more money in their wallet. There you go. Less than 60 seconds.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's go with Amy.
Yes, this is my first time. I was invited by Ruben. I met him last week. I have a family full of veterans, specifically my dad, who is an Air Force veteran. I'm a virtual assistant, and my clients are small business owners, people who are busy and wanting to focus on other parts of their business. I help them with those tasks that they need to have done every day: newsletters, social media, website updates, things like that. My clients are across all industries, so any small business owner, entrepreneur would be a good client for me.
Okay. All right. Well, I'd like to reach out to you, definitely. Okay, let's go with Nancy.
Hi, I'm Nancy Spitzer. The business that I've been spending most of my time on is a medical device. It's called Beamer, and it helps with your circulation and microcirculation. It does amazing things. NASA contacted the company and did a 6-year collaboration because it helps with circulation and microcirculation. They were developing undergarments for the astronauts who have so many issues, cognitive, bone loss, all kinds of things like that. Anyway, it's very simple. There's like a computer control box. There's a full body mat that you lie on with 16 coils. And then there are a couple of accessories, and in just 8 minutes, it gets your blood flowing. And one of the wonderful things it does for everyone is it puts you into parasympathetic state, so the rest and digest state. So it helps with relaxation. It helps with sleep. It helps with healing. Anybody that's been injured or has surgery, it can help the healing so much faster. So it does. Your body needs more oxygen. It helps with oxygen too, and helps to get the waste products out, which can be a really big problem. But anyway, okay. It's great for everyone.
Thank you. Please make sure you put your information in the chat.
I will.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Do I have all the women besides Angela and me?
Cynthia.
Cynthia. Oh, yeah. Cynthia, do you want to give us a synopsis of what you're going to be talking about today?
Sure, I'll keep it short too, but I'm Dr. Cynthia Mann. I'm a global health strategist, a blood health expert, and a home business mentor. And I help people restore their body's natural ability to heal by removing microplastics and toxins and that are silently shutting down their microcirculation. So it's something that not very many people are talking about, but it is critical for real health transformation. And I'm really happy and thankful to be here to speak to you all about it. And you can serve me by letting me serve you and taking advantage of that free chat for us to get together and see how we can help one another out. And that's in the chat.
Great. Thank you so much.
Sure.
Okay. Let's go with Al.
Hello, my name is I am Allison Warren. I'm from Montana. I've worked in technology and finance for decades, and I'm trying to bring software that for a flat fee will help people grow their own money. They are in control of their own money the whole time. And often the very wealthy hear about it first, and people who are working so much like the vets are don't get to hear about it until the tail end.
Okay, great. And I apologize. I didn't see your earrings and I thought you were a guy. So, oh my
It doesn't
gosh.
even matter. I couldn't
Apologize.
possibly care less.
Yeah, I also apologize if you hear a lot of noise because my husband's renovating the house and he's in the basement right now. Okay, I don't need a headache today. All right, let's go with Michael.
Hi there, folks. Hey, Michael Santos here, Legal Shield and ID Shield independent associate, and here in Denton, Texas. I like to help small businesses and nonprofits with their, identity protection, identity theft protection, and Legal Shield plans. It's like having insurance for legal, for legal things. So. I like to help small businesses, nonprofits, anybody really, but, people that work from home. That's what I do. So if you're interested in having legal protection, a legal plan, or identity theft protection, look me up. I left my information in the chat. Thank y'all so much.
Okay, thank you, Michael. Let's go with Sam.
Dan Hosseini, can you guys hear me now?
A little bit.
But kind of. I bought a new headset. Does it work?
A little bit better, Sam.
Better? I'll turn it up some. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Is that better now? But anyway, my contact information is on the right side on the screen. I come from a veteran family, brothers of fighter pilots, both of them. And thank you, Angela, for what you do. There's a few people out of many thousand and Alignable who do things for the veterans, and I appreciate that. I salute all the veterans for what they do for this country and stuff. I do what's called an AI and SEO for small businesses. If you haven't gotten into AI, you must get into it. AI came for the small businesses in 2018, 2018.
Thank you, Sam. All right, let's go with the man that just knows how to bring life into this group, and that is Ruben. And people, you bring people.
Thank you, everybody. My name is Ruben Carrillo. I'm based here in St. Louis. I'm a retired veteran, spent 7 years with the Army Guard as a medic. So don't hold this against me, okay? I represented Pfizer Pharmaceuticals on the West Coast. Oh, okay. Got out of that, moved to Nashville, Tennessee, got involved in ophthalmology. So I called in eye surgeons for 34 years and retired. So what I do now is I show small businesses how to promote whatever products they have, just like I promote my artwork. I paint with veterans. They paint to heal. I paint to sell. Essentially, is a dynamic QR code. Angela has been using that system. We're developing even more. And then that way, if you happen to have a yard sign in front of, let's say you're a realtor, and the house sells, you don't have to do anything other than just take your phone out, change the destination link in a minute. Now the eyeballs go to the next listing. So I put information in the chat, and also too, how I incorporate that in relationship marketing is I do the artwork in front of a card. This is a send out card. Company's been around for ages. But here's what I did. I used ChatGPT to do the phrase and then incorporate the one QR code, and they get this every month. So just think about it. And you get a free one for me to send to a card of gratitude to someone that you can send. Thank you.
And didn't you just have a birthday? Didn't you just have a birthday, Ruben?
Oh, by the way, that's going to be in July. Everybody's welcome to my party. I'll be 82 years old.
Oh, July. Oh, God, I am way off. Okay. 82. Okay, awesome. You don't look a day over 50. All right, let's go with Wayne.
All right, great day, everyone. My name is Wayne Wallace. I'm a photographer, videographer, video editor, and documentary filmmaker. And I'm here in Las Vegas, fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada. And I just launched my new podcast. It's a little bit different. It's not like your normal podcast. What I'm going to do is I'm going to help anyone that wants to be on it create a short documentary video about their business. And then we're going to do the big premiere live, and I'm going to get your reaction, and you're going to talk about the process that we went through to create it. And I'm dropping my link in the chat, and it's called impactreels.show. So if you know anyone, business owner, entrepreneur, nonprofit, person with a cause, tell them to go to impactreels.show.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, let's go with Dennis.
All right. Well, thank you. My name is Dennis Schroeder. I live in Middle Tennessee near Nashville. I served 24 years in the Army. I was a medical service corps officer. I about almost 6 years ago, started a nonprofit organization called the Price of Freedom Foundation. We are dedicated to telling the complete life stories of those who died while serving or subsequent to their service. We have our first book published last year. We are working on 6 other stories, including that soon to start with Angela Nelson's son, Sergeant Sean Ray Stone. I ask that the absolute best connection would be with a philanthropist that could help us to fund the stuff that we need to do. Short of that, I ask you, all of you, purchase one of our books, the book that's out there, read it, and see if it is not worth your supporting us at some level on a monthly basis. Thank you.
Hey, Dennis, please put the name of your book in the chat if you haven't already, okay, and how to get it.
It's in the chat right now.
All right. Let's go with Joe McKenzie. Uh-oh, he may have dropped off.
No, I'm here.
Oh.
I'm Joe McKenzie. I'm invited here by Ruben. And I work with the biotech company from 2009, but 3 weeks ago, we came out with a new product. I don't know if you can see the red and the blue, the green. Well, the red is information, discomfort. We came out with a new product, a little dab will do you, and you get the after, the relief. But more important than that is that we're all veterans. And I don't know if you're aware of what's going on with our government. We put the man in, and the way they're treating veterans, it's horrible. I like the post where everybody can call Washington in their state, the representative. If they're unhappy, they can make a phone call. The people put them in, and the people can put them out. Do I have permission to do that?
You're always welcome to put call to action in.
Okay, well, this is the tremendous
we don't
call to
get
action
political, but if it has
Yeah.
to do with veterans, you're always welcome to put a specific
so.
to veterans or first responder.
I'm a U.S. Navy, 1956 to 60. I'm 86 years old.
Wow.
Oh, you got Ruben beat.
You got Ruben beat, yeah. Okay, thank you, Joe. Okay, let's go with Ricky Rivera.
Hi, everyone. Sorry. It's a pleasure to meet everybody. My name is Ricky Rivera. I'm based in Los Angeles, California. I'm actually a financial planner. I think what you guys are doing, I was invited by just the Alignable event. I believe what you guys are doing is truly amazing because I truly believe a lot of veterans and veteran families are underserved. I had a good buddy of mine that I was able to help and assist. So what I do is I do a lot of financial education to really help pre-retirees be able to retire on time and be able to stay retired. I see far too often a lot of, elderly still working. When you ask questions like, why are you still working? It's like, because they have to. So my mission was after the pandemic is to make sure, like myself, where I felt like I was being left behind, to get the education and really help people and educate people so people aren't left behind.
Well, thank you and welcome. Okay, let's go with John Petros.
Hi, everybody. I'm John Petro Sr., owner of Mill City Marketing MA. I'm up here in Massachusetts. What normally would be wintertime is more like springtime this week, reaching temperatures probably by 60 by Thursday. I love it. What I do is I do ads on all social media platforms for businesses. Recently got okay to do 30-second video commercials on live stream TV, which is something a lot of marketers haven't gotten into.
Wow.
Such channels as Disney Plus, Hulu, and all the Paramounts. Do a podcast on marketing on Friday evenings. If anyone is interested, get a hold of me. My information will be in the chat. I'm an ambassador for Alignable up in New England here. Anybody in the New England area, feel free to get a hold of me and ask me questions about that. I'm here to help anybody who needs help either in marketing or on the Alignable platform itself.
Great. Thank you, John. Okay, let's go with Timothy.
Hello, everybody. My name is Timothy Joseph. I missed the last couple of weeks because I was out sick with the flu, but I'm an 8-year veteran of the U.S. Air Force. And so I wasn't in the Air Force Honor Guard, but I was in the Montgomery, Alabama Honor Guard for over a year. And if I could have just done that, I probably would have stayed the full 20. But now I'm doing, when I was in my primary job was a computer programmer, and I'm using those skills as a digital marketer. And one of the things that I'm doing that sets me aside from anybody else that's currently doing this is I'm focusing on doing business songs. These are studio quality. If you heard them on the radio, you wouldn't realize it was talking about a particular business until you listen to the lyrics. For the two guys who are doing podcasts, if you're interested in a song to go along with that, I can help you set up, create an intro and outro, and it's much cheaper than you would expect, and you'll get a really high quality sound. And you're talking about like, a couple $50 to $100 or something like that, instead of the thousands you pay for like a studio to create one for you.
Great, thank you. Okay, let's go with Greg. Greg, you're muted.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Awesome, thank you. So I'm Greg, and I primarily help realtors improve their sleep and boost productivity, enabling them to close more deals and become game changers in their industry. And I do this by leveraging a few of the products in my dispensary that have helped me with my sleep. And back to you. Thank you.
Oh, thanks, Greg. Okay. All righty. Well, I'll go next, and then we'll have our fearless leader close us out. But anyway, my name is Terry Moore, and I'm a certified transformational coach, a speaker, and an author. And one thing I live in, first of all, I live in Greensboro, North Carolina, and we are having spring weather as well. And one of the things that I help with is I help individuals remove emotional triggers from their past so they can have a bigger and brighter future and have those monumental breakthroughs that they've always wanted to have, but they just didn't know how to get them. And then I'm also a vision coach, so I help business owners come up with a vision plan that was going to have great results and help them move forward in this year. Now, the most exciting thing, I'm looking for film producers. And because I have a studio that has picked me up to do a story about part of my life, and many of you don't know my story, but I went through a traumatic situation, and I had a film producer and a screenwriter approach me, and they want to do a narrative film on me. And so we start shooting this Saturday. It's exciting, and they're not charging me anything for this. I'm actually kind of maybe the little bit of their guinea pig. So I'm looking for film producers all across the United States. And this won't be out for a couple months, but I'm gearing up to find as many people as I can that maybe want to pick this up. So anyway, thank you. All right, Angela.
Thank you, Terry. Well, I put my my calendar link in the chat. I'd love to set up a one-to-one with each of you. I teach financial education, offer financial services, start everything with financial education. You've probably seen the books, How Money Works, Stop Being a Sucker. And we have other books as well. But anyways, reach out to me, set up a one-to-one. I'm also a Legal Shield associate, and I have other tools in my belt as well. So to help people and to help families and businesses financially. And I just like to say, that's my spiel, but if you look at everybody here and imagine that each and every one of us connect, how many one-to-one meetings is that coming up this week? And if each of you could refer even one person to each person here, that's a lot of referrals. So let's get busy meeting, getting to know one another, not just checking off a list. So, all right, I'm gonna share my screen again. There we go. Everybody did great on your business briefs. It was great. So our hero, and thank you, Terry, for doing that. Our hero highlight today is Cynthia Mann's father, and I'm gonna ask you to take a minute or two to tell us a little bit about him.
Okay, well, thank you for allowing me to do that. My dad's name is James Taylor, and he constantly has to live that name down wherever he goes. But he's an 88-year-old veteran of the U.S. Army. He started out going to Japan as a paratrooper and served a second stint as a chaplain in the U.S. Army. And he was in 22 years, I think it is, at that point. And so I was brought up a military brat, and I've got the birth certificate to prove it too. He is a veteran that was in Vietnam, and he talks to this day. He's scared of helicopters because even though he was a paratrooper, he wasn't afraid of flying, but they would, helicopters are kind of shaky. And the guys, when he would go out, he's a chaplain, and when he would go out to the field, they would like make the helicopter do crazy things. So he still talks about that now, but I appreciate all that he did, and I am grateful to have come from a military family. So I thank him, and I thank all of you here that have either served or supported those that have or currently do. So thanks for letting me show off my dad. I think he's great. And as you can see, this was a picture of him last year at the church's memorial service. And he still fits in his military dress outfit. So I think it's pretty impressive.
Nice. Thank you, Cynthia. And thank you for your service, as being a military brat's not an easy thing, from what I understand. I was not a military brat, even though I moved over 40 times by the time I left home at 16 years old. We just traveled a lot, but both of my parents were in the military when my two older sisters were in, and I hear a lot of stories about that. So. So Dr. Cynthia Mann is our spotlight speaker today. She's got a list here. She's a global entrepreneur, small business radio personality, social media expert, neuropathic practitioner, blood health expert, home business coach, quantum health innovator, stem cell therapy specialist, microcirculation nutrition expert, and toxin recovery coach. Do I have your other information correct here, Cynthia?
Yes, you do.
I'm going to
yeah.
stop sharing so that if you need to share, that you can. And first, Al, would you mind setting a timer at, let's say, 15 minutes? That will give us 5 minutes at the end to kind of wrap things up. So, and if you don't, if you only take 12 minutes, that's fine. Just whatever time you need.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. And I guess you took all that info off my LinkedIn profile. Well, I sound impressive to myself, but really, I'm just a simple person. I did grow up as a military brat, and I do attribute what I learned there to where I'm at now. But one of the things that was very clear to me from an early age because of that is that freedom isn't given, it's something that you have to protect. So, in the military, freedom depends on strategy, strong supply lines, and removing threats before they take over. And I feel like health is no different. Since I am in the health field, obviously, I think of it that way. And true freedom means having the energy, the clarity, and the strength to live the life that you're meant to live. But today, that freedom is under attack, and it's under attack in so many different ways and from so many different things. But specifically, I like to talk about microplastics, nanoplastics, and I think I'm allowed to mention this here, and vaccine damage, toxic overload. All those things are silently shutting down the body's ability to renew and heal because we can't see them and we're not aware of them. So it's something that is becoming a huge problem and we're not really being told about it. So that's why I love to speak to those who are ready to listen, people who know something is wrong. They're maybe not quite sure what it is. I show them why they feel drained, foggy, or even like some people just feel like they're getting old really quick. And the most important thing is I teach them how to remove the barriers to real health and take back control. I'm not sure if it's on that list of things. I think it is, but I am a functional blood work specialist. So I'm going to, my focus is with the blood and the microcirculation. And for those who do see a bigger picture with all this, I can help them turn this into a values-driven business so that we can create financial freedom while helping others break free too, which is pretty cool. So at the end of the day, freedom to me isn't just about what you fight for, it's about what you refuse to lose. So I'd love to hear what freedom looks like for you, and you're welcome to put that in the chat if you want to share that with me. But let me ask you, are you one of those that think health is just something that happens to you, that aging is inevitable and the aches and pains, the fatigue, the brain fog, and of course pain are just part of life? Because I know that a lot of you here are in the health space, so you may have a different view of things. But for those of you that kind of feel that way, or even like me, before I found an answer, I've been in the health field for 36 years. And but still, I ended up at 59 feeling like, I'm trying all this stuff. Why don't I feel better? So, but I want to ask you today, what if those things that I mentioned and that you may be feeling aren't normal? What if your body was, and we know it is, designed to heal, renew, and stay strong, but something is blocking that process? And what if the real battle for freedom isn't just happening out there? And God knows we've got a lot of wars and things going on, but there's also one going on inside your body. Because here's the truth, most people aren't free, not in their health, not in their finances. And the worst part is we don't really realize exactly what's happening in that way. So if there's one thing that I've learned after 36 years in the health field, it's this: if your blood isn't flowing freely, nothing in your body works the way it should. And that just makes sense, right? Because the Bible says the life is in the blood, right? So, but in today's world, there is something that's quietly shutting that system down. And most people don't realize it and that it's there because we can't see it. Every single week, this just blew me away when I heard about this. But every single week, the average person is consuming a credit card's worth of microplastics and nanoplastics. These toxins don't just sit there. They clog up our microcirculation, they disrupt stem cell renewal, and they slowly shut down your ability to heal. And that's just kind of the beginning. Add in vaccine-related damage, pharmaceutical overload, and environmental toxins, and we're looking at an attack on the very system that keeps us alive. So low energy, if you've got low energy, that's impaired microcirculation, brain fog, your blood isn't delivering oxygen fast enough. And to go, most of us are, I noticed there's a couple of young people here today, but I heard a few of you are in your 80s and stuff, and oftentimes we feel like we're aging faster than we want to. So your stem cells aren't activating like they once were, and really once you get past about 20, it starts really going down. But the real issue isn't what's missing, it's what's blocking your freedom to thrive. And if we don't remove those barriers, oftentimes when we don't feel good, we think there's something missing. So we take, vitamin D, vitamin A, we start on that whole supplement cycle, or meds. If you're into the non-natural sort of things, you start taking medications and throwing things at supplements and different diets. So, but if we don't, the real issue isn't what's missing. We don't need vitamin E. We need to unblock what is causing us not to get these things already in our system. So if you don't remove the barriers, it doesn't matter what supplement or diet or exercise routine, it won't be enough. So God designed the body to heal, but healing can't happen when those supply lines, like we were talking about with the military and being efficient and doing your duties there, if it's all blocked up, healing isn't going to happen. So that's why real health freedom starts with one thing, and that's removing what's shutting down your body's renewal system. And once we take care of that, the brain wakes up, the body starts regenerating, and energy, clarity returns, aging slows down, and even we have studies to prove that it can reverse and your strength returns. The best part is that I found that it's not guesswork. We do have science-backed, results-driven things that we can do, and it's already changing lives. So the Bible in Leviticus 17:11 says, "For the life of the flesh is in the blood." So if that's true, then the key to longevity and good health isn't in a bottle, a pill, or procedure. Like I said before, it's in clearing the blood and restoring the body's ability to do what God designed it to do. And that's what I teach people and show them a protocol for doing. I used to, in my protocols, offer a bunch of supplements. And when I was introduced to a product that could do it all, and we didn't have to do that, I was really excited to offer it to my clients. And then what happened was, and that's all I intended to do, but when I saw the results and I saw the healings and things that were taking place, I looked a little bit more closely about selling the product to those out there. So I want to talk also about another kind of freedom in that sense. Because the system we have in place right now is designed to keep people sick, it's also designed to keep them dependent. So I like to talk to people, and I do talk to people every day who feel trapped in their health and in their finances. And it sort of becomes a cycle that they can't break free from. They don't really realize that we're being lied to, and even if you do, you don't know what to do about it. And I've spent most of my life trying to figure out what to do about it because I've been in this field for a long time and still people are sick. So I don't just focus on restoring the body. I focus also on giving people a way to create financial freedom by sharing this truth with others. Because when you know something this powerful, you don't keep it to yourself, right? So you use it to help your family create a legacy and build something that lasts. So health freedom leads to financial freedom. And when you have both, you're pretty much unstoppable. So I'll ask you again, what does freedom mean to you? What would it feel like to wake up every morning with clarity and energy? Just be ready to pop up and feel like your old self again. And also, what would change if you weren't just surviving, but you were thriving too? Because here's the thing, freedom isn't given, as I said before, you got to take it back, you know, you have to fight for it, you have to claim it. And I'm here to show you how. And I'm offering a free chat, and I did put my information in the chat. But I'm offering this free chat to see if there's any way that I can help you personally, whether that's in restoring your health or creating a business that aligns with your values. So check the comments for how to reach out to me. I would love to meet with you and see if there's a way that I can help you with your health freedom and perhaps your financial freedom as well. So I really appreciate being here. And you know, it just the chat's free and also no pressure. So just thank you for having me and thank you for listening.
Thank you, Cynthia. Great presentation or talk. I was going to say one thing and maybe open it up to, we have time for maybe one question, but when I had my open heart surgery a few years ago, I had really bad brain fog after, and like well after I was healing, and come to find out that because I was on a heart bypass machine for 5 hours, they said that they're learning that blood going through that PVC pipe for that long actually causes some of that to get into the bloodstream, and it causes a lot of, so when you were talking about the credit card's worth, and how long is it a credit card?
Every week we add another credit card's worth.
Wow.
And I also I saw the other day on my news feed that they're saying that they showed a picture of a plastic spoon that you eat off of, and that's how much you have in your brain. So that's really scary.
That is. I see Al has the question, where are you located? That's a good question.
I was just getting ready to answer that, and I'm sorry I forgot to mention that I am in Ohio. That's where I live right now. I've lived all over the world, and right now this is where I find myself in cold weather. I'm not happy, but
are you
anyway.
still doing RVing? Or are you the one who did living in an RV, or was that somebody else? I'm thinking of somebody else. Okay.
No, somebody else you're thinking of. I've never done that, but I have
that would
my
be cool.
my average living place is 18 months. So I've moved a lot in my life.
Does anybody have a question before we move on?
Yeah, Cynthia, I can't find your information in the chat.
I think okay. I think somebody just moved it up for me, maybe. Yeah.
It's actually a picture in the chat. If you scroll down, you'll probably find it.
Yeah. If you can't see it, I'll try to get it up there again.
Thank you so much. Or if you need to take a screenshot of this, that's a link that I found, or you can email and set up a one-to-one with Cynthia.
Thank you.
Yes. right, let me see if I can get this to move. So our upcoming spotlight speakers, if you see your name and face up there, make sure to have your calendar marked for that date. We do have openings coming up June 2nd and June 30th through August. Well, we have August 11th is taken, but we've got more dates than this available. So if you haven't spoken a while, please just go ahead and schedule again. Our inspirational thought for today is two, actually. Networking is not collecting contacts. Networking is about planting relationships. I feel like I have actually planted a lot of relationships with many of you here, and those who are new, I'd love to get to know you better. I encourage you to get to know one another better. And the second one is courage starts with showing up and letting ourselves be seen. And each of you have shown up here today and you've let yourself be seen, and we appreciate that. And then also each week, I'm going to be trying to feature a different service for military veterans. And this is one that Santa Papa John has, the Warriors Beacon of Hope. Y'all have heard him talk about that many times. But I believe it's $10 a month, and you can get listed there as either as an organization. He puts has a veterans calendar. He has this meeting on that calendar. If you know of any other veteran type meetings, be sure to reach out to him, and he'll put those on there at no charge. And then announcements and testimonials. I'm going to just go ahead and end our slides here. Thank y'all for coming. But if anybody has any announcements, any meetings coming up that you want to share with everybody, doesn't have to be veteran meetings, any networking meetings, feel free to share that. Anybody? Timothy, yes, you have an announcement? Or
Yeah, it's an announcement. So this is one I'm going to keep making until April 15th. So SETC, it's a tax credit. It's not something I do. It's something the IRS, and it's free to file. I can help you with the paperwork and all that, get you set up for that. But that ends April 15th, unless they do some kind of weird extension that's last minute. But according to the IRS, there's still 28 million people who have not filed for that are eligible. So if you had a small business or were a 1099 worker in 2020 and 2021, and you haven't taken advantage of that, that's money sitting on the table that's going away in about a month.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for showing up. I got to run. Take care.
Bye, Ruben. Thank you for coming.
Did you get my audio?
Yep, I'm sorry. What did
you get my audio?
A little better. A little better.
My personal email is on the chat. I need some question answered regarding legal shield. If you'd be kind to get a hold of me somehow, we can talk.
All right. Well, thank you all so much for coming. I'm happy to have some new faces here. Encourage y'all to come back. We meet every Monday at 3 o'clock. And thank you again, Cynthia, for a wonderful presentation.
Thank you for having me. It was nice to meet you all.
Absolutely. And save the chat. Save the chat by going to the three dots.
Yes.
And,
yes. Y'all know how to do that? You want to tell them how to do it, Terry?
Sure. Depending on what kind of type of computer you have, it might be up in the upper right hand corner of your chat, or it could be in the lower right hand corner. And Al, if Al's still on here, if he is, I did send it. Oh, there's somebody trying to get in. What are we gonna do?
Okay.
Let him in?
Yeah, I let him in. He can say hi.
Yeah,
he might have changed his clock.
Yeah, I think that's probably what happened more than anything.
Did you change your clock?
Mike?
Hey.
The meeting's over. Did you forget to change your clock?
My clock doesn't change. So I guess yours did, mine didn't. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's good to see you though. I did not realize the time was changing until I woke up like in the middle of the night or was in the morning, and I looked at the clock and it was one thing, and then I looked at my watch and it was another, so I didn't realize it till then.
I have to realize that because it's a long story. I'm set to a different time zone. And see, my clocks don't change, but so I have to adjust for that. Thanks for reminding me though.
Yeah, I'm all for getting rid of the daylight savings time. I mean, not getting rid of it,
me
but
too.
sticking with it.
Yeah.
Just keeping it.
Oh, well. All right, well, everybody, still here.
Good to see you.
See you next time.
Now, I'm of the opposite opinion. Daylight savings time needs to go away. And for the people who thought it was Ben Franklin who pitched it, because what was that National Treasure where we mentioned that? Ben Franklin wrote an entire satirical piece mocking people, and it is making fun of people who want to sleep in, and they're using daylight savings time as an excuse. So Ben Franklin was not in favor of it.
Not in favor. So are you for more the spring forward or the fall back?
No, I just want the time to stay consistent and then stop moving around. Me too. Somewhat made sense.
I would like for it to stay summertime, like the summertime, like instead of it getting dark so early, I would rather it stay dark later. I mean,
yeah, they just need to pick a time and then not move it. Because right now it's goes forward and then back. It makes no sense now with electricity. Prior to electricity, maybe there was some reason, but you would think that, it's getting darker earlier. Set your clock and wake up earlier. But no, instead they decided to change the clocks for everybody. It makes no sense.
No.
I'm
going to stop recording, so everybody say bye.
Also, daylight savings time is murder for computers. It's such a hassle going